With the upcoming Lord of the Rings set almost upon us, it seems like Wizards of the Coast may have missed an opportunity. Wizards of the Coast probably messed this up, and most people aren't even going to notice. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. Thanks again for hanging out with me on my channel today. And what we're talking about is the upcoming Lord of the Rings set. It actually has a lot of momentum behind it, and Wizards of the Coast hasn't been able to say that for quite a while, that a product that they have releasing that players really want to buy. They're excited about it. And that means the hype, unlike other times where it's kind of artificial, the hype for this set does appear to be real. Now, unlike previous sets, which didn't have what I consider to be a natural hype behind them, let's talk about what hype is. Think about hype as being something you really have to have. You're willing to stand in line for it. You want to have it like a special concert ticket. You're thinking about something being very scarce and you're afraid of not getting it. You're thinking about something being sold out so quickly that you won't have the chance. And that has happened in the past for Magic the Gathering. And really, if Wizards of the Coast had been paying attention, they could have done it again. Now let's touch on a few of these points. Number one, scarcity. Wizards of the Coast has used scarcity in the past to keep things moving along and keep the sales at a brisk pace. I remember standing in line with super excitement to get my hands on Rise of the Eldrazi, as well as Zendikar. And not only that, the excitement of standing in line and talking with other people about the product you're about to buy, building that connection with the players as well as the product, and then the scarcity comes into effect where you can't just go back and buy it tomorrow. Whatever you buy today, take home and open up, you won't have the chance to go back because it was sold out, which actually fuels the hype to the next level. Wizards of the Coast could bring that forward. They could have brought that forward into this IP by doing limited release runs over certain periods of time, but announcing it. Do not overgive. Wizards of the Coast has got to make sure they don't overpromise something, but if they had done this in the right way, they really could have benefited from the natural hype that this product line is giving them. Now, another area that Wizards of the Coast really could have stepped into more was the incentive for buyers and the incentive to the LGS. Imagine they said to the LGS, if you can sell your allocated numbers that we have distributed to you through your distributor, if you can sell those in day one of this product line, you'll get an extra 10% off your next product. And in doing so, that incentivizes the stores to promote the product. But get this, imagine they carried that forward to the actual buyers as well, the consumer, and said, when you buy this box, we're going to give you something special, something extra. Now, in the past, they've given special cards you get on that day, but there's never enough to go around. I want them to do something a little bit more. I want them to say, if you buy today, you're going to get this particular one of 3 cards or something like that, but you also get a discount to be used at a later date. A 5% off coupon, something that, well, the company is not overgiving because it's a 5% off coupon, but at the same time, make it redeemable for the LGS, again, to promote that business. Something small like that can go a long way when the connection to the product is already built. When you already have players who are interested in it, offering them a bit of a discount if they buy on that first day, offering the LGSs a bit of a discount for future purchases. Now, you think those discounts are big, 5% off, 10% off, but most players are never going to use it. Companies know this. The LGSs will claim them, just like a coupon at the grocery store. They're going to turn their stuff in if players turn it in, but it's not going to be a real loss for the company because they're getting front-end cash loaded in, and they know the date that sale is coming in, because they've already made sure the allocated numbers are going to be met in that first limited run. If they build on that more, they will have more success in the future as a greater connection is being built with the player base. I think it's really unusual to see this type of hype in the last couple of years, but I'm seeing it everywhere. Either people love what they see or they hate what they see, but the buzz around the product is a truly inspiring thing to see happen when we haven't seen it for a long time. When you have this many content creators on YouTube offering basically free publicity, that's what we're doing as YouTube content creators. Sure, we're hoping you guys enjoy the content, we're hoping to get it out there, but basically you have hundreds of YouTube content creators making free commercials for your products. Wizards doesn't even pay for that. It just happens naturally. Free publicity is always good. And this is something, when it's building on that Wizards of the Coast is just loving. It has been a very long time since we have seen natural hype for Wizards of the Coast products. I know we've talked about Double Masters 2022 and players were excited and certain things came along, but I'm talking hype, like the actual hype train where people want to get on and they want to stay on because they are interested in what's about to happen next. The idea of standing in line hasn't happened for a very long time. Most people I know don't even think about it. They wander into the store and they buy the products when they feel like it. Wizards of the Coast could turn the page on stuff, and because they didn't recognize, or maybe they still don't recognize what they have right now, they've missed an opportunity. And they may not get that chance again. Because the ideas I'm having here and the things when we talk about hype and building scarcity, building the brand, players have that connection. Any long-time player already has the connection to the game. Wizards of the Coast as a company just has to nurture it, and they've failed to do so. Ever since that 30th anniversary stuff where everything's hammering home in a bad way, they seem to have lost that edge they need to really bring us back around. And maybe they'll do it for something like Commander Masters, but at this moment in time, I think they just missed the boat. They missed the opportunity to find a new path where we do stand in line, where we are excited like a concert goer, waiting to try out that new product. The Twitch stream was actually pretty good. When I saw the cards, that beginning intro stuff went over very well. They had some of the original actors in the movie. Remember that was, if you guys saw it, if you didn't see it, go back and watch it, but it was very interesting to see that stuff. It built on something. When I saw the buzz afterwards, and yeah, there's negative people getting kicked out by the moderators. Those are the negative Nellies out there, guys. They're out there no matter what. But the more positive aspects were really shining through. And it's not that you have to love it or hate it. You just have to recognize that the hype is real. I don't care if you enjoy this product. That's up for you to decide. If you don't like a black Aragorn, that's up to you. If you don't like what they've done with certain characters, like the Balrog, that's up to us individually. But you can't deny the excitement, the buzz that is going around. And because that buzz is there, you would think the company would pick up on that. But it just shows again how slow they are as a behemoth of a company to react to these situations. They could have jumped this stuff out really quick and they didn't do it. They don't seem to know how to do, really, smaller companies can quickly, course correct. Bigger companies can't. I get that. But I'm looking at just saying, wow, that's very interesting to see because the sales are coming in and they're super high. Pre-release sales are starting to stack up for these cards. And we don't even know how hard or how easy they're going to be. The fact that people are buying pre-release cards at full price from their local LGS, just dying to get the cards, that tells me all I need to know. That has not happened in a very long time, and it really shouldn't be happening now, but it is, and it has, and the money's already been spent. It can't be denied. It's a fact because I've seen the sales data to back it up that you're just like, yeah, so the buzz is real. And if the buzz is real, you think the company would be tuning into the right radio station to make it all happen, and they didn't. And that's that opportunity we just talked about that they missed out on. When you have a natural product that's doing this well in the pre-gamut up to the actual release, wow. Guys, I don't know what to tell you, but I think they're messing up. I think they missed their chance. Okay? Now, again, Commander Masters, I don't think they'll have the same opportunity because it's a reprint set. But the Commander decks are something to keep an eye on, absolutely, because they have 10 new cards in each one. That's kind of interesting to see what they'll do with the slivers, right? I know, no throws, but they gave us slivers at least. My sliver deck will be very happy. Now, before I leave you for today's video, let me leave you this last little bit. Go back to Dungeons & Dragons Adventures in Forgotten Realms. Missed opportunities. It's a great IP. It's Dungeons & Dragons. When we saw characters like Driss, the Tarsarak, Elminster, they weren't powerful enough for people's mind's eye of how we remember these characters from books, adventures, stories. Wizards of the Coast had an opportunity, knowing the set's going to rotate out in 2 years, you could have bumped those cards up, you could have made them mythics, you could have added that kind of awe-inspiring stuff that players wanted to see. You could have made them harder to get on the track printing, which would have boosted your sales, power creep and all that, but they didn't do it. And they're missing the same opportunity with some of the Lord of the Rings characters and cards, and it just begs you to say, you missed out on this for D&D. Why are you missing out now? You're charging a premium price. You do want to get money into the company. Why not jack them up a bit? Why did you leave the Balrog hanging? Why are you leaving some of these characters and cards at an underrated level? And trust me, there's lots of good cards in the set. I'm looking at all kinds of the Lord of the Rings cards and going, I'm going to use this. There's soldiers here. There's humans there. These are going to find a house, a home, a place to live, where a lot of the D&D cards never will. And if they wanted the sales to drive home, if they added a few more key things, I said care, but key things into the sets, you could have boosted your sales even more, especially with adding in scarcity, adding in that connection, adding in the other pieces of the puzzle to truly build a natural hype. They almost got there without just doing anything, just building us a decent set. And that's not from the company itself. That's from the people who created the cards, the R&D department, not their marketing team. They messed this up, I think, a little bit for some of the stuff, and they did very well in other parts of it. Guys, it's going to be a good set. It can't be denied, but some of the opportunities they missed are laughable. I can't help myself. I had to talk about this today because I was thinking about it all weekend. Anyway, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Thanks for hanging out with me, the MTG Moxman here, checking out the channel with a green screen background because I'm at the other location. And I'm looking forward to seeing your comments in the comment section. How do you feel about this set, one way or the other? Do you at least feel the buzz that's going on out there? I want to know what you guys are thinking. And you know what? Lay it on me. It's okay, guys. This is a place where Magic community can come together and talk about these things. And if you enjoyed today's content, don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, help me get close to that 20,000 subscriber mark, and turn on your notification because I put content out each and every day. Well, this is one opportunity that nobody missed out on. These are the patrons of my channel, guys. A big shout out and thank you to the fantastic supporters of this channel. The financial support these members give me allows me to make daily content each and every day. Thanks again. Welcome back to the Ramble Jamble End Section Nachos and Cheese Classified XXX XXXX that you can't get to see unless you're like one of those special members who owns a Soldevi Excavations. Do you have one? All right. Welcome back. Let me think about this. I'm not happy about the Balrog. I wasn't that happy about Drist. I used him. I played with him. He wasn't very playable. If they made him forecasting, maybe. Maybe. But they didn't make him special enough. Really, they didn't. Okay? Drist should be able to fight multiple opponents like he does in the comics, right? In the novels. He should be able to take on 5 or 6 guys. So when Drist attacks, he can decide to put his damage on any creature. They could have done things that were different. And that's what they missed with the Balrog. It looks so generic and vanilla. It's like, bleh. Elminster, I said the same thing. Bleh. You needed to do something. I'm glad they haven't done Dragonlance. That was the first novels I read as a kid. The Legend of Huma. If they ruin Huma, if they ruin the Silver Dragon, if they ruin Raistlin or Tanis or Tasselhoff, I will freak out. So I'm glad they haven't done them yet. I'm hoping they get better at this. I do like what I see, and the hype is real, guys. It is crazy, and it's real. The sales numbers are just... Whoo! Wizards of the Coast is going to stack money. They're just going to stack it in the sides, man. Crazy. I know the LGSs won't get rich, but man, Wizards is going to stack that cash. Anyway, thanks a lot for hanging out, guys. Thanks for being here at the end, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Remember, these things are going to go on sale. They're going to be cheap about a year from now. Keep an eye on that. Shop smart, shop S smart. If you don't have to buy it now, get the singles. Save for next year.